Welcome back to Boat Life with the Cordelians. This week we're going to try and encourage you to live your dream. We gave up our jobs to chase that dream, a life of adventure, freedom and exploring places most people ever imagine. And while sailing isn't always easy, breakdowns in remote places can test you. What we get in return is priceless. This week was one of those times where so many of our dreams, and even ones we didn't know we had, came true. The British Virgin Islands have completely blown us away. In this episode, there are no dramas, no disasters. Just keep on watching to see a couple of the amazing and exciting things that we found in the BVIs. We dare you to live your dream.
So that's where we are now in Long Bay, which is on Beef Island. We're going to come out, go left, try their Monkey Point, which is on...
That looks miles away.
Guana Island. That's there to there. 1.7 as the crow flies, so about two miles.
So we're on our way to Monkey Point. 2 miles. Weather's lovely. Got a bit of wind. And going to be a bit of a headwind as we leave the bay, but hopefully when we get around the corner it'll be with us. Steve's just going to go and lift the anchor, and I will resume my station, which is always at the helm. What's fantastic about the BVIs is that there are beaches everywhere, so it really doesn't take you very long to get to another beach or another anchorage. And where we are now in Long Bay, I can see obviously the beach behind us, another one there, 2, 3, 4 beaches I can see just in this kind of little tiny bay. No, it doesn't feel any different.
No?
Loose one way, hard the other. It's not going to be something silly like anything's fallen on the quadrant, is it?
So I'll go and have a quick look. All right. I was convinced it was clean.
Right, you ought to feel it first. You're going...
Still doing it a bit. Now that could be that one side of the hull is cleaner. But that's not going as much as it did.
No.
Nowhere near as much as it did. It was...
Up through there.
Yeah, follow the chart.
Sorry?
Follow the chart.
I am following the chart.
That's like calling you Tony.
I thought it was very funny last night. This is Monkey Bay, Monkey Point. I can already see a few boats around there. We might not get in. As we showed you a couple of weeks ago in our previous episode, we continue to find beaches everywhere that are suitable for Gus, and we never seem to have a problem taking him to. If only some of the other islands in the Caribbean were the same as this, we really would be spoilt for choice. We really have been overwhelmed by the number of beaches there are in the BVIs. But unbeknown to us, we are about to visit 2 of the most beautiful places we've ever been to. Places that will be etched in our memories forever. And if you ever visit the BVIs, they are a must.
Oh God!
We dinghied a further quarter of a mile up the coast, and this is now Monkey Bay. We did go snorkelling here, but we weren't overly impressed with the coral or the fish. Good morning. What a beautiful morning it is. We're just leaving. Where are we leaving? We're leaving Guarda Island, and we're off to Jost van Dyke Island, which is kind of that way. That way. Got up this morning, it was a bit rolly here. It's the first time we've been here for 3 nights, and it's the first time it's been rolly, so it's got superb beaches, absolutely superb. It's about 9 miles to Jost van Dyke.
So we've got the engine back on. We're still en route from White Bay to Green Cay, but I made a little bit of an error in we were going to hit the land, so
that's quite a big error.
It's not a massive. We were going to hit the land and we ran out of wind in the right direction, so I've had to kind of put the engine on, and I can't even say we're motor sailing. We're motoring with the sails up, trying to get round a nasty point that's actually called Rough Point, so it must be Rough Point for a reason. So unfortunately, on the angle that I was on and we were on, we weren't going to make it, so I had to put the engine on.
Wow, look at this. And you can't see it, kind of just over here, here is an island. It's just a sand island with 2 palm trees on. We'll take you there later. Just amazing. I've just got a bit of a migraine, so I'm going to have a little sleep. Look at that, yeah, once it's through. The waves that you can see here are caused by reefs that run along the north side of Sandy Island. Everyone thinks the Caribbean is full of little desert islands like this, but the truth is they're rare. So when we saw this one, it felt like something out of a dream.
Gotta stand up.
Well, that was an adventure and a half trying to get in, to get onto the island. It's beautiful, and the wind is coming in a different direction today, so it's creating enormous waves. Hurricane Irma tore through here in 2017, leaving nothing but sand. These palm trees aren't the original palm trees. The locals replanted them, and now they stand as a reminder that nature always finds its way back.
That was a wild entrance.
It was.
I'd like to say I had full control. I didn't. And you were on about bringing Gus over here. That was a lot of fun, but that was shows the power of the water.
Yeah. This one. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
It is, isn't it?
And what's the island called?
This is just called Sandy Island.
No, it's just Sand Island, isn't it?
Sandy Island.
Sandy Island.
So we got Green Cay. So Green Cay, little Jost Van Dyke where we're anchored, and then Jost Van Dyke there, and then the US Virgin Islands there, and Tortola there.
So that's it. I'm sure when it's calmer you can swim across there. Look at that one coming in over there, Steve. Where are we going?
The bubbly pool.
Bubbly pool.
I quite often create a bubbly pool.
Oh, for goodness sake, yes. So we're in Little Jost Van Dyke, and there is a place called Bubbles.
The bubbly pool.
So that's where we're going.
From what I've looked at, it's a crack in the rock that the waves come into, rush through the crack into like an inner pool, and it creates like a jacuzzi bubble, a bubble bath in there. But it can be a little bit dangerous, so
We're going to go and have a look.
we're all about the danger.
Feel the spray. Yeah.
Big one coming at it.
Yeah, real great fun. If you've never been, you've got to come. Woo!
The bubbly pool.
We are living our dream and life is wonderful until it goes bang. We hope you've enjoyed our adventures this week in the British Virgin Islands, but in our next episode we show you just how quickly life can change. Join us to see what happens that brings our life to a costly, abrupt end here in the BVIs. 8 metres of water and we've only got 15 metres of chain out. Obviously we could let out a lot more chain. But we've got bad weather coming in tomorrow and the next day, so we've got to move from where we are.
I thought I might be able to lift it by hand. Now I've got to try and get creative.
Thank you all for watching, especially our Patreon and Coffee supporters. We film our lives to share with you what living this alternative life can bring. Supporting us helps us to achieve that. See you in a couple of weeks. Ciao for now.